I saw Highest to Lowest over the weekend, and this movie dives deep into class, power, and survival, mixing raw storytelling with visuals that only Spike could pull off. The story follows a powerful music mogul who is targeted with a ransom plot that forces him to make a difficult moral decision. Almost immediately, the action starts, and I appreciate that. We find out David King's son, Trey, has been kidnapped while he was with his friend Kyle, and David King has to come up with the money to get his son back. That panic doesn't last long when suddenly the police find his son Trey and realize the person took the wrong kid. They were aiming for Trey, but Trey and Kyle switched headbands, so that confused them, and they took Kyle instead. Kyle is the son of David King's driver assistant Paul, and Paul is played by Jeffrey Wright. Now David must decide if he's still going to pay the ransom now that his son is safe, and you'd think it'd be an easy decision considering this is his friend's son, but we see David really struggle with this. Let's get into a breakdown of some of the characters and their performances. We gotta start with Denzel. I had a smile on my face watching him just be in his element at ease. He is captivating. It never feels like Denzel is acting from a script. The way he embodies his characters, he makes it feel like he's just casually conversing with the other actors. You can just tell he had a good time while he was filming this. His character is full of charisma, charm. They didn't need to add another actor alongside Denzel to bring comedic relief. He was the comedic relief, okay? He was funny and he really understands the weight of every character he plays. And fun fact, the early scene with Ice Spice when he said, "You don't gotta be nervous," that was not in the script. He was actually talking to her, and I love that they kept that in there. Paul is played by Jeffrey Wright. There was this underlying tension there with his character, and I enjoyed that we couldn't figure him out. It had you a little on edge. You couldn't tell if he was good or bad. I loved his relationship with David. His son's life was in David's hands. He had no choice but to rely on another man to save his son, so I thought he did a great job depicting a father in that position. I love Jeffrey Wright. Phenomenal job as always. And another fun fact, Kyle, who played his son, is his real life son. He looks just like him. I wish we gotten to see more of Kyle. He only had a couple lines, but hopefully we see him in more projects in the future. We got a quick and funny cameo from Rick Fox playing the basketball coach. Wendell Pierce had a little screen time, but you know, with him, no matter how small a role, he takes up so much space. He's amazing. Pam King, played by Ilfanesh Hadar. Her acting skills were just okay. Certain moments, it felt like she struggled to emote properly in those, high tense emotional moments, but I liked the way her character was written. She didn't shy away from letting David know how she felt and where he fell short, but she also let him lead, and it was well balanced. Trey King was played by Aubrey Joseph. He looked just like young Denzel to me. I enjoyed his performance. I think he has a lot of potential, and I think he was the perfect person to be cast as Denzel's son. Young Felon was played by A$AP Rocky. Is A$AP Rocky the best actor? No, but I could see he really worked hard to embody this character, and I thought it came across pretty natural. Good job overall. So Ice Spice, I feel a little duped. I thought she would be in it for more than literally 5 seconds, because in those 5 seconds she did great. I feel like maybe she could have played Young Felon's girlfriend and that would have given her a little more screen time. I don't know, but I enjoyed seeing her for the short time I did. Detective Earl Bridges was played by John Douglas Thompson. You may know him from The Gilded Age playing Peggy's father. I thought he did a great job as well. The visuals are stunning in this film. Starting off with the opening credits, we see aerial shots of the sun hitting the New York skyline while "Oh What a Beautiful Morning" plays, which gives it such a musical quality. I love that Spike continues to pay homage to New York and the culture in the most beautiful ways. He captures it in a way that just makes you dream of going there. I love that we also get to see his iconic signature dolly shot. And just the way Spike captures people with those tight close-up shots in such a raw and authentic way is something I really loved. One of my favorite scenes was the Puerto Rican festival. I thought this was shot beautifully, all the bright, vivid colors. The music was lovely. And another fun fact, I've gotten to see a lot of those musicians that were on the stage play in person and have even had dinner with one of them, thanks to my husband, who is a musician and connected to so many people. So that was special seeing them in the film doing what they love. Another scene I enjoyed was the studio scene with Young Felon in the booth and David on the other side. It was almost poetic, like they were rapping at each other, and David used this time to speak life into someone who was doing wrong. And it really puts things into perspective, and I really appreciated that moment. I really loved the artwork that was displayed in the King's family penthouse. Beautiful pieces, and apparently Spike Lee incorporated artwork from his personal collection, which I thought was really cool. So his art collection served as the primary source of inspiration for the set design. So there were reproductions of pieces by artists like Jean-Michel Basquiat, Kehinde Wiley, Deborah Roberts, and more. I've heard a few comments about the music failing all over the place, not aligning with the scenes. When I heard the music, I thought of it as its own character. Every character isn't polished and perfect, right? So I love Spike's direction with the music. It wasn't supposed to feel perfectly placed. It was supposed to mirror the tension and chaos of the film. Overall, I really enjoyed the film. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5. This was Spike Lee and Denzel Washington's 5th collaboration together, and it was such a joy to watch. I like to base things on how I actually feel and what emotions something can evoke from me after watching it, aside from all the technicalities. Just how do I feel? And I felt amazing. I felt good. Seeing Denzel perform really filled my cup. We have no idea when he will choose to retire, so every opportunity I get to see him perform, I'll do just that. Definitely go check this out when you can. It's worth a watch. I've heard it's been pretty difficult to find in theaters near where some people live, but that's okay. You still have another chance. You can watch it on Apple TV on September 5th, so make sure you keep that in mind. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this film. My name is Kamara. Thanks for watching another episode of Screen Diaries, where beautiful stories are worth talking about, because if it made you feel something, it's worth talking about. See you in my next video. Bye.